Hi, I'm Katie Ullman reporting for KD Chats here at the Canadian Academy of Cinema and Television in downtown Toronto. Every year they put on such an amazing awards ceremony, which used to be known as the Geminis or the Genies and has now been renamed to the Canadian Screen Awards. This year we're having our 65th annual awards ceremonies, and I'm here to find out who the people are that work behind the scenes. I'm here with the Director of Communications, SUZAN Ayyscough. What is the importance of building the Canadian star system with the CSAs?
I think it's really our number one goal is to build a star system because we have a lot of great stars, and in Canada I think probably a lot of people realize that we haven't really gotten them out there, so people don't know who they are. So what we're trying to do, unless they move to Hollywood and become really famous, right? So what we're trying to do is establish that there's enough stars in Canada to build a star system here so they don't have to go to Hollywood all the time, or they can go back and forth.
Great. And this year, for the first time, the broadcasters are sort of working together. How do you think that's going to affect building this star system?
I think that plays a huge role. I think there's a level of competition that's really healthy among broadcasters all year round. Where we come in, the Academy and the Canadian Screen Awards, is that we get to be Switzerland and say, if everybody comes together and works together, imagine what we can do. And that's what's happening right now. So Rogers, Bell, Shaw are all helping to promote the whole Canadian Screen Awards so that we can get their stars out there as well as the CBC stars. So it's in everybody's best interest to build the star system. And when you get all the broadcasters playing ball together, then you've got the cumulative weight to get the message out to all Canadians.
Great. So it's being broadcasted on the CBC, but all of these different networks will also be present on the red carpet.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Each of the, for instance, Bell, my understanding is, when is this going to air? Am I allowed to talk
tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. We haven't officially announced it, but it was in the Hollywood Reporter last week that basically Bell and E-Talk's Ben Mulroney will be on the red carpet. Cheryl Hickey will be on the red carpet. So they're going to bring their stars and do kind of a collective show together, which was never been done before.
Great.
Yeah.
And you started out as a journalist as well as a publicist, and you wrote for Variety and other magazines. And you also wrote a book, Hollywood North, about the Canadian film industry. How has your background in writing really helped you with your position here at the Academy in communications?
It really gave me my background and hopefully some depth, so that when I transferred, I still do journalism, but mainly now I do investigative pieces. I do kind of longer lead magazine articles. Back in the day, of course, when I was, Variety, I was writing for Daily Variety, and we were putting out pieces every single day about, who the players are and what they're doing and what they're up to. I also wrote film reviews. So having been kicking around for about 30 years now, it really does inform what I do here, because at this point I know all the significant players and I'm always learning the newer players, but that puts me in a spot where I can say, okay, we need to bring this person or that player from this, we need to bring this person or that player from that, whether it's a feature film or a television show or even now with digital media. The whole idea is to get everybody singing from the same songbook. Great. But I think now they call it a playbook.
And as someone who's sort of had this bird's eye view on how the business is working, how has it really changed in the last couple of years? I would say the unification, where people are coming together. I've never seen anything like this. Once upon a time, it used to be the CTCPF, which is now the Canada Media Fund. In between, it was called the Canadian Television Fund. And if I haven't completely lost you yet, we had to get renewed every year. Okay. So back in, I think it was 96, we did this thing called the Northern Lights Lunch when I was the head of Telefilm Communications. And all the broadcasters brought their stars, and we lobbied everybody on the Hill to say, if we don't get the money to make these TV shows, then you don't get to see Traders or Due South or some of the big shows back in the day. And then it was a great idea that kind of fizzled, right? You could see that the interest and the potential was there when we all have a common goal. But then it goes back to regular, everybody's competing with each other and trying to be number one, and everybody get out of my way, and the way industries work. Now I think we see that thing where they're coming together again, realizing that if we actually want to build a star system, Canada is small enough that we all pull together. We can actually do this. Absolutely. Great. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations on all of your terrific work building up this star system, and best of luck at the CSAs coming up on the 9th at 8 p.m.
March 9th, CBC, 8 p.m. nationwide, and we'll look for you in the press room.
Great. Thanks so much.
Pleasure.
I'm Katie Ullman reporting for Katie Chats in downtown Toronto. Be sure to tune into the CBC on March 9th at 8 p.m.